Good morning and welcome everyone to the third episode of our podcast. I'm sure you are doing strong closing today, being 31st of the month. Good luck to everyone for a strong close for the month. Would like to thank all of you who have attended these podcasts every week and the new members who are adding every week. So we are continuously working on the feedback, and we will keep coming back with solutions and the changes in the overall podcast kind of content. Few channel partners have already volunteered for to join us as guest speakers, which we will line up in the coming weeks, and we will keep everyone posted. And thanks for volunteers, and we will keep you informed while we line up those podcasts. Today's speaker for this episode, whom by now you all are well aware of, Jaswinder, our country head for India, and Shiv Kiran, who is Director of Product Management. In this episode, we will definitely talk about the major wins of the last week, as always, and then go through a couple of new case studies for Intelomatic and Growmatic reinforcement as a product. With this, I would request Jaswinder to pitch in and talk about our big wins for the last week. Jaswinder, over to
Thanks,
you.
Arun. Yeah, thanks, Arun. Let me walk you through the last week wins which we have done in India. And basically, these are two of the different type kind of industry. One is these are manufacturer of escalators and elevators, and they are based at Jaipur, and they want to expand pan India. So they have a good footprint in Rajasthan market, and they are planning to expand pan India for it. And the use case for them and the pain point for basic pain point for them was like they want to expand, when to expand, where to expand, and how to expand was a difficult task for them. Sitting in Rajasthan, if they want to, they were planning to expand in Delhi, they were planning to expand in UP, and they were planning to expand in some part of Gujarat. For them, making them understand, sending them the team, understanding where to expand, how to expand was a difficult task. So there, how we pitch in and we got a chance to meet the co-founders, and what we pitched them was a network expansion tool where we help them in understanding where to expand. We show them a layer of population. First, the population will help them to understand what size of population is available in that town, city, district. If they want to expand in some part of Gujarat, like let's take an example of Ahmedabad, they want to expand. So there they will see what sort of population is available. Then they can see, yes, this is the population which is available in that area. Yes, this is a prominent location. We should have our office, we should have our team should be over there. Second, want to understand about them which part of where the competitors are available, where they have their offices. Second was the RERA data which we provided them to understand these are the new prominent locations which are opening up, which where they can have AMC, where they can have they can meet their team can meet the new builders, they can go and pitch in their product and get the business from them. Third thing, the layer which we help them in network expansion tool was like the high footfall area. When there's a high footfall area, there would be offices, there would be malls, and there would be institutions nearby. The institution, all these layers help them to understand. Yes, there's an institutional area. Now you know all the institution, all the school. Talk about any school, they have lived in their commons. Why not to have an AMC? This is how we show them. This is a business lies there, and this is how they can expand with the network expansion tool. The second part, the second pain point for them was they get lot of complaint on daily basis. First, second, they get number of they get daily on daily basis. They get leads. They were not able to manage them, and they used to schedule the work to their engineers when they go to the market. They have some lead. They have to work on their lead. If there is a breakdown on the lift, and that has to be managed within an hour. There are cat for that is an hour. So they have to manage them. But it was going haywire. They were not able to manage it. With an Studomatic product which we pitched them, they happily agreed on that. And with nowadays they will be using in next month with our tool. What they will be doing, they will be scheduling the task to the entire engineers who are in the market, or if there's a breakdown which and there's an engineer nearby, they can go and take that task. Second is related to their new customers which are coming to them. They can make a complete control of that through the data collector app, where all the leads would be there. So from there they can see which part of the city they are getting the lead, and they can track the team also. The second, the closer which we have done is a big distribution house. They are into distribution of news. They are distribution of parts. They are into distribution FMCG. All companies have given them the tool. Like one FMCG team would be using a tool with an app which has been provided by an FMCG company. Then the part company has provided them a tool. Similar with a FMCG lubricant company also. So now the basic problem the distribution house was facing was that they at one glance they are not able to track the team. At one glance they are not able to see what sort of payment they have received from the customer. And at one glance they are not able to see what sort of customer has been approached by the team and what sort of order they have received. So what we offered them a product is an order taking tool. With an order taking tool, they have around 70 team member who goes to the market for the different set of products from one distribution house. Now what they can do, they go to the market and they have like 72 inches screen which they have in their office. With that, the admin sitting in the office, on the screen itself, he can see where the team is moving. Has they followed the entire within FMCG? If the beat is not managed by the team, if the proper beat is being not managed, if the team is not vigilant, then the sale for the day, the target for the day will go for a toss, and the payment for the day will also go for a toss. So now with these tools, they are the entire team at one go, which is in admin by the head office first. Second, the collection is been managed by the admin. They can see what sort of collection will, and also they have been able to see at what glance which are my aging customers, which are my aging customer, which where the payment is due. So there and now the entire business in their hand. At one glance they can check out with everything. This is all from my side. I hand over to Shiv for further discussion. Thank you very much.
Okay, thanks, Jaswinder, and thanks, Tarun. A very good morning to all of you, and welcome to the third edition, actually. So, this week, we wanted to start with a quick recap in terms of what are the case studies that we discussed last week. So, we spoke about. I'll first focus on the Intelomatic data collector product. We spoke about this FMCG company who could improve their customer delivery experience by capturing the quality of images when the product was being delivered at the customer place. What feature did they use? They used a very powerful feature of Intelomatic, which we call as the annotation feature. Then we spoke about this poultry feed company, like how they could enlist the farms and do a deduplication, like using the geofencing tool. It saved a lot of hassle, and the business operations really improved for this company. We spoke about this education loan company, like how they use the attendance tool to make their employees more productive. So we spoke about the slide on and slide off feature on the mobile app. The automobile dealer in Western Africa, who really improved the customer inquiries to conversion ratio through a better communication channel with their head office. So the two-way data flow, so it really helped. And a large rural-focused vehicle lending company, how they used the Intelomatic application. So to basically know which are the customers they should be following up and what information to collect using the current location feature, which is there on the Intelomatic application, coupled with the map layer. This week on Intelomatic, we would like to introduce certain other features, and we would also talk about how our customers are basically using these features. One of our customers, I mean, this is an idea which came through one of our channel partners, who wanted the mobile number verification to be introduced on the Intelomatic mobile application. So we have deployed this particular feature. what it does is it basically allows this company, a large battery manufacturing company, to establish, like, what is the exact sale date of its battery, and from when, like, the 36 months warranty is applicable. And they are also able to capture the exact customer information, and like, all this is with the convenience of the Intelomatic application. So this is a great use case, like how it can be used to know where the product is being sold. Another use case is like how the data from the Intelomatic mobile application is being collected, and how we are straight away able to create heat maps on the Growmatic platform. So this is like, a case of a tire manufacturing company, who basically gave us the problem that, like, we have large number of marketing activations that we do on the ground. The key thing is that, let's say we do this particular activation in a mall, but the customer is basically, like, his residence is at some other place, his or her residence is at some other place. We would like to capture both the details, and we would like to create a heat map on the basis of, like, this particular data that is being collected. So the Intelomatic mobile application, we could successfully showcase how this particular feature can be deployed. And the customer is now like, thinking about how this particular feature can be used for all their marketing activations across the whole country, actually. So I think this is like, a great case study that we have got. And again, like, this particular case study, we could look at it from deploying across different industries. Like, a building material company, or we could even do it in consumer durables. Any industry, like, this particular use case could actually be very useful. We had a meeting with this company. Like, the case study over here is a franchisee operating in the hospitality sector. And the problem statement that they had given is that they do regular audits of their franchisees. And they would also want to know, like, what is the progress that a franchisee has made against the audit report that has been published, like, last month. So they want to see the status update against that. So for this particular customer, we have essentially showcased our Intelomatic application again, where once the form has been created, and you can see the sample form over here, using the edit feature, if you're following my mouse, using the edit feature on the mobile app, how the franchisee can actually, like, make the change, and the franchisor is able to know, like, what data has been changed at what time. And on the basis of that, what they have stated is they're able to plan their next round of visit, and the visits are far more progressive. So here is a particular use case where the Intelomatic mobile application is being used to look at the progress that the company is making over a period of time, the progress that the franchisee is making over a period of time. So if you have situations in your industries or with your customers where audits are being done on a regular basis, I think the Intelomatic mobile application is a great tool from that perspective. During the first meeting, we had also showcased that the Intelomatic mobile application, it can not only capture images or video, it can not only do, like, signatures. I mean, you can capture the customer's signature, let's say at the time of delivery, but another very important feature is it can capture documents. This is a particular use case of a multi-brand vehicle servicing company. One of the offerings that they had given to their dealer partners is that they will be able to get funding if a business plan report is submitted by the prospective dealer in a specified in a specified format. So the company had predefined that format. There were some data points that were required to be collected. Again, the Intelomatic application used the form feature to basically set it up, collect the data, and then, like, the PDF documents that are required as a supporting, even those documents can be captured. And using our tool, this particular company could provide far better service to its prospective dealers, and they solve the problem in terms of, like, creation of the bank of the business plan reports for submission to the bank. So this again is is a particular use case which could be deployed across different industries. The Intelomatic mobile application also has a feature based on the role. Let's say we have an area sales manager, we have a territory sales manager, an area sales manager, a regional sales manager. We have a service manager actually. So, and each one of them is expected to uh, do different roles. So the Intelomatic mobile application, we have the feature of forms based on the role of a particular user, and they have the choice that today, I'm doing the data collection task, or today I'm doing the sales task, and I just click on this radio button and the form basically changes. And these options that you're seeing over here, this particular thing can be set up as per my role, as per my job description. It can be set up. We have a lot of companies who are using this particular feature, depending on their organization structure, depending on their hierarchy. So we would encourage you that whether it is your existing customers or new customers, you please discuss this particular feature and come up with, and our support team will basically help you out in terms of setting up this feature for your respective customers. So this is a case of a real estate company, how they basically used it in terms of creating different forms for different roles of people. And that way, what it helped them is from a perspective of superior operations. Like different people, different kind of work, the forms can be set up from that perspective. The data can be collected, and somebody sitting in the head office, the manager, they have a complete view to different people, and what is the task that they are doing. We also have this feature on the Growmatic platform, where these reports can be seen, all the reports at one place actually. So it's an all-in-one kind of a report to know what exactly each of the employees are doing. I will now move to the next section in terms of the Growmatic network management tool. I'll start with a quick recap. We spoke about this, a renowned player in the laminates and plywood space, how they basically used our product to understand where are they present, where is the competition present, and they could plan their distribution expansion in a much better manner using our tool. So the map layers, a feature that is there on Growmatic, I think it's an excellent tool for this kind of an analysis. We also spoke about this, a large laptop servicing company operating on a pan-India basis, who could locate more service providers on the basis of the customer distance from their existing service center. So if the customers have to cover a lot of distance to come to their service center, the flower tool on the Growmatic application, it basically helps to solve this particular problem actually. So any of your customers who have come up with these kind of problems, please do talk to them about the flower tool feature, and we can set it up for for the customers. We also spoke about this automobile company who is able to understand at a micro market level, whether it is a state, district, sub district like a tehsil or a taluka, right up to a village level, in terms of how they are performing, which are the areas which are underperforming, using the Explorer tool. And the last feature that we spoke about is a sovereign priority index, which is being used like a planning tool, so that organizations are able to identify which areas of the country, how they are performing, and on the basis of that, how they can plan their expansion. This week, I wanted to talk about this feature. We call it as a What's Here feature. This is a Growmatic. All of you are familiar with with this interface. I can go at any map, just do a right click, and it will tell me where am I right now, which state, which district, which sub district, which pin code are we talking about, that particular thing can be represented on the map. We have this case of a startup which is operating in the education loan space, who is using this particular feature to know which all places its employee has visited, and that way they are able to do the planning in a much better manner, using the What's Here feature. Jaswinder, during his while he was talking, he spoke about how this particular company in Rajasthan, how they are using the RERA data to basically do their planning in a much better manner. Like this, we have different sets of data. So our customers, they have access to curated data, which is updated in a fixed frequency. Over here, we are showing the RTO data, like the vehicle sales data. We update this data on a monthly basis, and we have this use case, and you can get to see, like, like all the 1300 1400 RTOs. I think there are only one or two states for which the data is not available. Otherwise, like, the entire country is covered as part of this particular data. How companies are using it: we have this use case of an electric three-wheeler player who has subscribed to a product to get monthly update on the vehicle sales data RTO wise. So they are able to know more about this particular RTO, which is the competition, who is the competition with whom they are kind of competing, and they are able to plan their sales and marketing strategies in a much better manner. The Growmatic like the platform, it also has this feature of administrative divisions. Like we have the states, we have the districts, we have the sub districts like tehsils or talukas. We can go right up to a village, pin code, city level actually. We had this particular problem that a large tractor manufacturer had basically brought to our notice. What they said is, like, out of 5,500 odd tehsils, we are located in 3,500 tehsils actually. The remaining 2,000 tehsils, the reason why we are not able to identify a dealer over there is because of the potential. So can you help us in terms of creation of clusters? Like, which two tehsils I need to kind of merge together based on the tractor sales potential in this particular tehsil, so that I am able to appoint a dealership in this particular tehsil actually. So we did a cluster analysis for them. Like, out of the remaining 2,000 tehsils, we identified close to about 700 tehsils actually, and we also gave them a gradation, like, that this is green, this is where you should be immediately going, because the potential over here is above your minimum threshold actually. This is like yellow, this is what you should be doing in phase 2 actually, on the basis of the tractor sales potential. And this is like red, these are the cluster of tehsils that you should not be that you should not be focusing on, like right now. So this is a way in which, like, our map feature has been heavily used by this customer, so that they're able to deeply penetrate, and the company has been able to increase their market share because they're just present in more number of tehsils. So again, this is a planning tool for a couple of your well-entrenched kind of customers who are who have subscribed to a product for a long period of time. We can do this kind of analysis, and we can create this particular feature and release it. So if you have this kind of business problems to solve, please reach out to us. This is something like how a company in the healthcare space who is using the Growmatic application to basically track their field staff. And why are they so interested? I mean, this healthcare company, because this healthcare company, time and again, their promise to the customer is, in the event of some kind of an emergency, this is the number that you need to call. In fact, they have given them a GPS watch. Like, as soon as the subscriber, they have some kind of a fall or something, a fall alert basically lands on our call center, and the company is able to identify, who is the nearest workman to this particular customer, and they are able to immediately request, that you and it doesn't matter whether that person is on duty or off duty. This person's job is then to immediately rush to the customer's place and basically extend all the support during this emergency. So our whole this customer, because of using the combination of Growmatic application, like the Growmatic platform and the Schedulomatic tool, they are able to live up to the promise that they are making to their customers actually. And we are proud to say, that our product actually, it's helping save lives through this particular deployment. So with this, I come to an end of my presentation. As always, this is the email ID where you can write to us, and you have any kind of case studies or you want to explore anything with us for your customers, feel free to write to us, and we will reach back to you at the earliest, actually. So thank you so much. Over to you, Tar.
Thanks, Shiv and Jaswinder, for insights and introducing new features and new case studies and reinforcing some more features this week. I think very helpful. Thanks everyone for joining in, and hope the session was helpful. As always, please share your feedback, your inputs, anything specific you want to discuss through, you can send your feedback through the email ID which Shiv had just shared, or you can talk to your respective managers and we will come back to you on this. Again, my humble request, please volunteer the channel partners who wants to join and talk about in this podcast. I think that will also give other channel partners a way to think in a different set of markets. So with that, see you next week, same time. Good luck, happy selling, and have a strong month end. Thank you, everyone.